Welcome back to We Buy Any Motor Caravan, and today we've got this lovely HYMER EXSIS-i 474. It's a 2016. It is white. Let's go and have a look. So the reason I say it's white is because you do get a variation of colours in the HYMER. You get the golds and the silvers, but this one is white. A bit of a negative, but there we go. So it's just over 6.5 metres long, so it's not that big by any means. It's very manageable. It's just over 2.1 metres in width as well, which again, very manageable. And it's 3.5 tonne, so it means anybody can drive it, and it's got plenty of payload, which we'll get back to shortly. So as you can see, it is an A-class. We do have an electric step with this. We do have a garage. It is a single floor, so you've not got that underfloor storage or the winterization that you might want. But something I really do like is this garage at the back. One, it's very big. And two, I quite like it's got a nice low lip on it, so it's not hard to get things in and out of it. Got plenty of storage all around. I mean, that's as big as a garage that you'll get on any motorhome, really. And it's got double access doors. So an Exis is towards the bottom of the A-class range for the HYMERs. Bit more basic, but still does more than enough job. So it is very basic in terms of what it comes with the standard. It does come with a bike rack and reversing camera. I'm pretty sure they're aftermarket. You have to put them on after, obviously. But it does have the double doors. Like I said, it hasn't got the floor storage, which is a bit of a shame. It doesn't come with things like the alloys, but it's a lot more affordable. And at 3.5 tonne, that's where the sweet spot is for the market at the moment. Because unless you pass your test before 97, then you can't drive anything over 3.5 tonne without actually taking a test. It's great that it does have a cab door. Again, not all A-classes have this. And it's just your typical HYMER. Always in high demand, what everybody wants, and with that drop-down bed, you don't lose any space inside. So starting off, we have my favourite layout, apart from the U-shaped lounge with the drop-down bed, but let's get on to that, is the twin beds above the garage. You've seen the size of the garage, it's lovely, it's big. You've got a couple of wardrobe spaces here, you've got nice big steps all the way up, and you have the capability with the boards to make this one great big double bed. So you've got me, the missus, and the dog in the middle, or the dog stretched out all the way across, whichever you want to call it. Got a ladder as well, which goes to the front. It's just a nice little layout. The only thing is with it, it is quite a narrow van. I know I said that was a point at 2.1 metres down the outside, but when you're here, well, I'm not going to say that I'm the smallest person in the world, but you've not got much room to move around, especially if you're going in lockers like this. You've really got to struggle. It's something the lovely Lewis, our cameraman, pointed out. It's just quite a narrow doorway to get into. You know, if you're quite wide shouldered, you might not make it work so well. But overall, we'll start with the kitchen, and the kitchen again is quite a basic kitchen. You haven't got the oven or grill. I mean, that's it. You've got a fridge, you've got a few drawers, you've got hobs and sink. It's a very continental layout without the oven and the grill and bits like that. No microwave either, although you could arguably fit something up there, but you're going to lose your storage space. It has got just under 700 kilograms of payload, which I think is really, really good. It's actually really good for something this size, so it is a very lightweight construction. And going back to the bathroom, again, it is quite compact, but let's be honest, you're going to be using the facilities on site, so all you need is a toilet. But you have got the capability if you need to. So we do have a couple of nice little features in this which really give you that extra space. One is a pull-out sink. Not fancy. And the next, above, is this, which is just a bit of storage. And a socket as well. So you've got two 40-volt sockets just above. Nice and compact, nice little idea, quite tight, but not the worst I've seen by any means. So the lounge itself, it is what I call a half dinette. We have got 4 belts and 4 berth, which is absolutely fantastic. You can spin the driver and passenger seat around, so you've got that more seating area, because it's just going to be a little bit tight with two people sat there, even though it is possible. I mean, personally, I'd have one person sat there, one in the driver's seat, which is spun round, and you're looking at each other romantically. Isn't that nice? Storage above, really nice, clean cupboards. I mean, the things that you get with HYMERs in particular is they are just so well built. You know, everything fits really well, everything feels nice and heavy, there's no cheapness to it at all. You've got lights around, you have got blinds. It's just quality German HYMER build. And something I do really like about this lounge area, well, there's actually two things. One's park kitchen. First of all, that does come up, so you've got a little bit more chopping space, because you haven't got the most spacious kitchen in terms of workspace. And then we've got this here, which that drops down. Now, excuse my clunkiness with this. I bet you haven't seen this before, by the way. This lifts up. Fasten in place, and you've got your TV. For me, that's a really clever idea. Really utilises the space well, because let's be honest, there's nowhere else to put a TV in here. I think that's perfect. Satellite dome, controls just above. Tidy that out the way. I think that's a really, really smart idea. 12 volt socket, 240 volt socket, and you're good to go. And the thing I absolutely love about A-classes is you do get this drop down bed. I don't like it when people spec them without the drop down bed and just the covers. I just think it's such a shame, because you're limiting it for anybody who buys it in the future. So undo the seatbelt. It is manual on something like this. It keeps the weight down because you've not got all the electronics. The other positive is if it does go wrong when it's electronic, you can't really, or it's very difficult to sort out. At least with this, it's just up and down, nice and simple. This is transverse. You've got lots of space, you've got cloth around the outside, which means that it's a little bit darker. Just spot on, really. Goes up and down, nice and easy, clips into place. The only thing you have to do, as you can see below, is just fold down these front seats. But that's it, nice and easy. Then the cab, and one of my negatives to this motorhome is the steering wheel's on the wrong side. I don't know how that happened, but it did. I'm sure they bought it like that. So it's great for touring Europe. You do get a few nice extras with it being a HYMER. You do get things such as the climate control, which means you can set your temperature rather than just high or low. It has got the upgraded Xenec stereo, whether that was from new or after. And then you just got this nice big A-class area, which is all felt. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Cab blinds all the way around. You've got a couple of lights up here, look. And if you want to, you can swivel this seat round, like I said earlier, to the lounge. So what do you think to this? I'm going to give you 3 positives and 3 negatives. For 3 positives, 1, it's 3.5 tonne with nearly 700 kilograms of payload, which I think is great. I love that TV idea, and I really like that garage with the lower lip. I think it's fantastic. 3 negatives. The steering wheel's on the wrong side. I prefer it to have a double floor with it being an A-class, but I understand why it isn't because of the price point and the weight. And I think finally it's just a little bit too narrow. I think you could just do an extra 10 centimetres and I think that'll be spot on then. But apart from that, what do you think? Please comment below. Please press like and subscribe. If you've got any questions or want to sell, please do get in touch. All the contact details will be at the bottom, and we'll see you soon.